Good morning, old school Texas Tech. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Wednesday morning, December 18th. I went to bed early last night and I woke up to yet more Texas Tech football news in the transfer portal. So I thought I would just kind of give you an update of everything, kind of try to piece it together as well as I possibly can, what I know about what we've done in the transfer portal, which is now, as of this morning, December 18th, the third ranked transfer portal class in the country. So I'm just going to go through the players, and then I'm going to kind of tell you who I think's next that could be coming our way and what I think it means and kind of how I think we should look at it, honestly look at what's happened here. Obviously, this is an amazing accomplishment this class they put together. What does it all mean for us as a program? How's it going to translate into the games next year? All right, so we have this quarterback, Mitch Griffin. I'm probably going to mispronounce a lot of these names. This is a guy I think that was mainly brought in just because of his relationship with our offensive coordinator, Mac Leftwich. I don't think that it really means anything in terms of disrupting Baron Morton and Will Hammond. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think they don't expect him to compete for a starting job. He's just someone that fits into this offensive system well. He's not afraid to step in there and play if he has to. I'm sure Tech would much rather that he not play. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but anyway, he's a depth piece and a pretty high quality depth piece if you look at him from that perspective. This safety we've talked a lot about from North Dakota State, Cole Wisniewski, 6'4", 218. You're beginning to see a pattern with the the defensive backs that they're bringing in. They're bigger players. They're definitely bigger players than what we're used to. This guy was an All-American at that level. We already went through his numbers the other day: 88 tackles, 8 interceptions, 1 returned for a touchdown. He seems to me like he's a nice fit at Texas Tech. Very nice fit. Dante Belfor, cornerback out of Charlotte, again 6'2", 180. He holds the school record from 2023 with 18 pass breakups. Looks like opponents. Obviously, was not a Power 4 player, but it looks like teams started kind of throwing away from him in 2024. His stats weren't as good, but this is a good football player. I think he's probably going to compete for a starting job at Tech. Is definitely a good piece. Terrence Carter, one of the players I woke up to this morning. I had not heard of him really linked to Tech. Tight end, University of Louisiana, 6'2", 240, pursued by Florida State and Houston. Apparently, Florida State's really not happy that he came over to the Big 12, but he's coming to Tech. He's going to fit into this offense. Looks like to me like he could be a very versatile player. He's going to be a little bit different, not better or worse, but different than we had good tight ends this year. He just doesn't have the height, but he's built, his build's different. Apparently he could split out into more like a wide receiver. You could see him more used as like an H-back. He's just got a lot more versatility than maybe some of the players that we've had this year. We had good tight ends this season for sure. Hunters and Brono. I originally questioned if maybe they weren't going to try to play him at guard, and then I started thinking about it again more and hearing more online, and I'm like, yeah, surely he's going to play tackle. But now with some of the rumors that I'm hearing, I don't know if he's what exactly their plans are with him. If he's going to be the right tackle, if he's a depth piece, which I doubt, or if maybe they're thinking about playing him at guard. Seems like he might be a little bit too tall for that, but I don't know. But we definitely got a good player there. He's going to fit somewhere on that offensive line. We can definitely use him. 6'5", 300 pounds. He was one of the early ones. All right. Then cornerback from Mississippi State, Bryce Pollock. He's the one that has all the connections to Darcel McBath. You would expect that he's going to compete for a starting job at Tech for sure. He's good player, widely considered one of the best corners in the transfer portal. Was pursued by several other Power 4 programs. Obviously came from a Power 4 program. Skyler Gill Howard, undersized defensive tackle that everybody wanted. He apparently just creates chaos. Before this morning, I think, a lot of people were probably as excited about him as any player we have gotten. And with good reason. He creates havoc. He's exactly what we need along the defensive line. He's going to help. He's going to help out Ben Roberts and Jacob Rodriguez big time. However, this morning I woke up to Lee Hunter has committed to Texas Tech. Defensive tackle, 6'4", 320 pounds. So now you've got these two together in front of Ben Roberts and Jacob Rodriguez, and they'll use them, I'm sure, in different packages and stuff. But I mean, it just gives us an enormous amount of versatility on the defensive line. Gives us size that, let's just be honest. I mean, how often have we seen defensive tackles at Tech, 6'4", 320 pounds? Everybody in the country wanted this guy. So this is a really, really big deal for the program. Reggie Virgil, wide receiver, Miami of Ohio. If you're looking at him as a replacement for Kelly, or you're looking at him as a replacement for Hudson, probably somewhere in between, but he's someone who's going to come in and help us immediately at wide receiver next year. He has solid numbers, 9 touchdowns, 41 receptions, 816 yards. He's going to be an immediate contributor. And then we picked up his teammate from Miami of Ohio as well, Will Jados, 6'8", 307 pounds. I thought he was going to be the left tackle. I'm not sure about that now. Also, yesterday, while I was working, I saw that we picked up this kid from UTEP, Amir Boyd Matthews, is I think how you pronounce his name. He's listed as 6'1". I'm actually hearing that he's closer to 6'2", 6'2", 180. It does not sound like he is going to be a starting player for us next year, but it does sound like he's going to be a really nice depth, piece to put in on the depth chart. Definitely a guy that makes plays. Had a couple interceptions, 16 tackles, forced a fumble. So the big question mark seems to be if Zambrano's not your starting left tackle and Will Jados is not your starting left tackle, then who is? The name that I keep hearing this morning is Howard Samson. He was linked to TCU. He actually played for North Carolina last year. I think it may have already come out while I'm shooting this video, but I think that could be your guy. I don't know much about him. I'll try to do a follow-up video, especially if we do end up landing him. I think that could be the next name you could hear is Howard Samson. He was linked to TCU. He played for North Carolina. He transferred out apparently even before they hired Belichick. All right, so where do we go from here? Tech still hasn't signed a pass rusher and edge guy. That could be one of the next pieces as well. I kept hearing that they wanted a veteran running back. I don't know. Maybe they're okay with these 2 younger guys that they already have on the roster. What does it all mean? I've watched a couple reactions from people I follow in the Big 12 with other schools. A guy that I follow that covers K-State a lot. The Baylor guys. They're all kind of like, here we go again with the Texas Tech hype. What's different about this hype than the years before? I think, and I get it. I'd probably be saying the same thing if I were those guys. I think the difference is we are specifically targeting specific needs in a way that maybe we haven't done before. I just also think the sheer size of the transfer class, its quality, but I also don't think we should get arrogant. I mean, I was listening to one of the K-State guys talking, It's a team that won 8 regular season games. We gave up, a lot of points to Abilene Christian. We gave up a lot of points to Baylor. So, we've got to see it translated on the field. But if you're making the kind of investment that Texas Tech and its donors have here, you're looking for a 9 or 10. Your expectation is going to be a 9 or 10 win season next year with these kind of resources that it takes to get this kind of class, and especially if they're not done yet, and in regardless if they're done or not. So it's going to be really fun to watch. It's going to be interesting. How do you mold these players into your current roster, where you've got a lot of young talent? How do you mold it all together and keep our culture, which I think has been really good under Coach McGuire? Also, you got 2 new coordinators. So I think, the attitude's got to be, you've got to be really impressed with the way the way they've approached this with adapting to the modern age of college football. You don't see Tech football coaches out there complaining about it. We're taking action. And so that's probably what I'm most excited about. Obviously, we have resources that we have not had in the past. We should just be grateful for that, because as this all happened before, we had the resources that we have now. We wouldn't be the 3rd ranked team in the transfer portal recruiting rankings. So I'm excited. I'm not going to get arrogant about it or anything, but I'm excited about what we've done. I think we have created a tremendous amount of flexibility with what we can do within our secondary and also our offensive line. It's impressive, and it's still unfolding. And I'll come back with any relevant updates I have. But it's exciting time to be a Tech fan, and we'll see how this movie plays out. Everybody have a great day.